Welcome back to the Front Porch Talk Podcast 734 show. We back at it. We took a little break, y'all. We had to get our energy levels back up, and niggas got real jobs and bills to pay, so I'm worried about where the fuck we was at, all right? But I still got my man Chuck to the left of me.
Thug life.
I still got my brother AK to the right of me.
Yes, sir.
We still got the beautiful Nelly Boo, but she ain't here today, so it's all Gucci. Still got the shooter, but he out shooting. Still got my man Hood over there on the sound with my man Dro holding it down. And I guess the what's up with it's this past couple of weeks there's been people being offended. What's up with this culture of canceling? I feel like there's no you can't have an opinion no more without getting shitted on. And I understand we got social media, so once you say something, you open up a wave for a whole bunch of people to say something. But I said fuck the church when that whole Notre Dame shit happened, and I'm gonna just say a couple people slid up in my inbox. Couple people slid in my inbox, not of the darker complexion or the black complexion for the most part, but they was offended. You know what I mean? And when I tried to explain to them why I would say that and why there are so many other people who agree with what I'm saying, they still didn't get it. So what's up with this one-sided perspective? What's up with that going on in a day when it's 2019 and we have so much shit out here to be open-minded to?
Yeah, that's crazy. Slid in your inbox, huh?
Slid in the inbox, and we went to school with them. We went to school with them too, Tony.
It goes down in the DM. Go down in the DM.
Yeah.
The thing was, the explanation, I understand it because it was a personal one, which is the problem with a lot of people when they want to debate or argue. They come from this totally personal, emotional aspect. Because it was like, oh, I've been in that church. I felt Jesus' presence in that church. And I totally understand the feeling of an extra presence in a spiritual place. But to say that and to not understand that, for one, if there's a God, if there's any of that, you can't confine that to one building.
Yeah, hell no.
For two,
Especially
you
where
don't
was raping kids at.
For two, I explained to them how there are other churches here where people can say the same thing and have had the same feeling.
Yeah.
And they tried to say, I don't get what you're saying. All right, then.
Yeah.
We just don't have an understanding, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, we don't agree. We agree to disagree.
Because I've been in
and it was under
Baptist
investigation. It was under investigation, and mysteriously, damn room blow up. They probably did this shit themselves, covering up some of that child pornography they got up there.
You already know.
See how quick niggas was to donate. See how quick Disney donated with their old take your child ass and turn you into something.
Just like they took R. Kelly down, they better take the damn church down.
They ain't gonna take that church down.
Definitely gonna rebuild that shit.
Too
They got
many
$1 billion.
kids.
Remember what the white dude told the cop and Frank Lucas? You want me to tell these motherfuckers to believe that a nigger is the head of a supplying the mafia, through the United States government, army? Are you fucking crazy?
That's
You
why
know what I'm
that's
saying?
Yeah, he was like, okay.
and that's why that's my favorite movie when it comes to fucking gangsters and drug dealers.
don't
It's
believe it if
because
you don't
of
want
that part. Because it show you how racist
Nigga.
motherfuckers was that ain't no way your black ass ain't no way your black ass could surpass us in doing evil shit.
Yeah. And we don't know.
You feel me?
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they was
Hell
mad because
no.
it was so brilliant, right? The
Yeah,
scheme that they was like,
Exactly.
no way, yeah. So
Exactly.
It's like, nah, he ain't.
It's
that
a
slick.
brilliant scheme. Not only that, but nah, hell nah.
He ain't using us against us. Ain't
not
no
no
way,
nigga.
man.
Nah.
But yeah, back on your point about the cancel culture. I mean, like you said it yourself. I mean, at this point, everyone talks from emotion. Not just some of us.
Yeah.
Like 90% of your life, you operating from a reactive standpoint. It's very difficult for most people
standpoint.
Especially about shit that you passionate about.
Well, yeah, and we all passionate about our own
And I'm
issues.
not-
so.
And I'm not saying, when I say fuck that church, I'm not saying fuck Christians of any denomination. I'm not saying that when I say fuck that church. I'm literally saying fuck that building that burnt down and the feelings and all the money going to it, because that is ridiculous. No one was killed. No one was hurt. And there's people out here dying in these streets, for real, for real.
Yeah, because that did way overshadow
speak.
those 3 churches in Louisiana, was it? That
Exactly.
got, and the nigga who did it was the son of the like a sheriff deputy. Like his dad
See?
was law enforcement there.
Yeah,
Like
you know what I'm saying?
that shit was wild.
Nobody want to speak on that.
Wild.
Yeah.
Another dude got killed by the police out with his girlfriend, chilling. Oh, no, the girl got killed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the girl got killed. We're talking about.
And you have this culture, like we want to have this, and that's the bigger thing of it. We want to have this so-called understanding culture, but we're quick to cancel each other. We're not gonna learn from each other.
Yeah, that's
At
just
all.
Yeah, it's exactly like, man, you knew that shit was, because everything you try to do, they're going to try to come back with a rebuttal or a reverse. Black lives matter. All lives matter.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Of course,
Of
all
course,
lives matter,
right.
but we wouldn't have to say that if it was
you know what I'm
shown that
saying?
Black lives
exactly.
did matter.
Most people understand that. Some people just let it. They want to be combative about the shit.
Yeah.
They want to argue and be combative about anything with slavery, racism,
And that's the problem.
because it's an uncomfortable conversation for people that are not black. They don't want to talk about it. They want to shy away from it because they be like, "No, it's different now." It's still not different.
No.
It's not much different.
No.
Yeah, and on
Just,
that,
you know what I'm saying? We just all modern day slaves. You know, the thing is, what people need to understand is that you benefit from it some way, form, or fashion. It's not that you have those same morals and values your ancestors did, but you benefit from it. So don't just think that we all equally can go out and get this job together with our four-year degree.
I mean, it's been proven, right? They did that thing where they said that black men with non-criminal records, their resumes were less likely to get callbacks than white men with extensive criminal records.
Bruh, I have seen.
This shit's
I
been
have
proven in
seen-
studies.
I have
Crazy.
seen white boys tatted up in there. In there. You know why you don't? I got 2 big ass
Show your
tattoos. But you
tattoos.
niggas wouldn't
Show
know it
your
unless I take
tattoos.
my motherfucking shirt off, and there's a reason for that. I didn't do it just because that's where I wanted the tattoos. I did that because I already knew what was against me.
Yeah,
going
you already
for
operated
jobs.
knowing what's
Yeah.
going on. Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna get a tattoo showing because I know I'm already getting looked at.
On your face and shit.
Unlike me, I'm a dark-skinned nigga, so I got that shit on my forearm. Nobody noticed for years.
You know, like growing my hair out, nigga. I grew my hair back out after I had been comfortable at the job.
So I walked across that stage. I didn't give a fuck.
Because
Show your tattoos.
this shit is ridiculous.
No, but on this point, I gotta say this because I'm constantly telling people this shit online. Like, we got this whole rebranding of white supremacy under the alt-right and under all this other bullshit that's supporting Trump. And people be talking about what's wrong with having like white pride? What's wrong with being proud of being white? And
Nothing.
I'm like, y'all niggas, no, there is, because y'all niggas don't understand what white is, right? White is not an identity per se. White
Exactly.
is just the absence of black. Like, if you look
don't
at the
have a
law
culture.
books in its history,
Yeah.
they said if you are African, you can be a slave.
Yep.
So not being African means you are white. All white means is you were not
You're not
possible
you're not
to
at
be
the
a
fucking
slave.
bottom.
Yeah.
All
You're
white
not
means
less
to me
than a
is
human.
privilege.
I mean, you
It
were
means
legally
You're
exempt.
not less than a fucking human,
Yeah,
my
legally
nigga.
All
exempt.
white
Yeah,
means
that's
is
what
that
it
you
is.
can have. You don't have to go to Ancestry.com to see where the fuck your people from.
Yeah,
you know,
nigga be
my
Irish,
mom's
nigga be
German,
British
she's
or whatever,
German,
nigga.
Irish,
Exactly.
has Russian in her.
That's
all
the
that shit.
That's the funniest
what I'm
shit to
saying?
me these days is watching white people get their ancestry results because most of them already knew.
But bro, that's what I'm glad we
Most
having
of
this
them already
conversation, though.
knew. They just didn't know how much.
Yeah.
Man, I got into a argument. I mean, it wasn't even an argument. I was enlightening. But this lady at work, she was trying to tell me that the Holocaust was worse than slavery. 364 years.
7
compared
years
to,
versus over 400
yeah,
Worldwide.
700.
versus 400. Not only that, but like I keep telling niggas, we can't even go into that talk
But then I had to tell her, I'm like, do you not notice that that's a form of white privilege? They counted how many people they killed and put the numbers down so you know how many it is. They didn't do that for slaves because they didnn't feel like we was people.
Yeah, nigga, they didn't. Yeah, they
Still
just
was
wrote
everything.
Yeah,
male
possession.
black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nigga.
No, they didn't even want to write that.
No, they
shit.
did, but then
They
they
only
got
wrote
rid of
that
it.
so for when I gotta sell you to another
Yeah,
motherfucker.
exactly.
nigga,
Property
I'm not-
purposes.
You-
Property,
exactly.
nigga.
Yeah.
Just like cattle and shit. Nigga.
Yeah, you are cattle. Do you understand what really fucked my head up was when I really got
But
into
then told me she was German.
yeah,
Bitch,
them-
you the killer.
Yeah, you one of the worst. You one of the worst on our people.
Oh,
You one of
You
the
the
worst on
killer.
our people.
And then told me she was nigga.
Yeah.
What?
What fucked me up is early on working in the kitchen with Hispanics, and you know my boss was basically a Hispanic. And one thing he told me was, he said, "Chico, we don't," and he wasn't calling me Chico on some old, you know,
Derogatory
or-
shit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just like you the young dude in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We call everybody Chico. Whoever the young dude in the kitchen is, we call him boy because you're
Like
is
young,
boys.
like how we be like
You a
young boy.
yeah. So I wasn't tripping on it, but he told me, he was like, back in my country from Guatemala, it's
Yeah.
like we don't use negro because in Spanish you already know negro mean black.
Yeah.
He said we don't ever really use that to describe black people when saying a black person.
Yeah.
He said for one, because y'all not black,
Exactly.
you brown, you moreno like us, you just a different shade.
Yep.
And for two, we know white people took that term and changed it
Yeah.
to it meaning you as an object instead of something more.
Yeah.
Because like niggas keep saying, oh, I use nigga because the original term is nigas and it meant a king or queen or royalty. When all that slavery and all that colonialization, that shit happened,
Yeah. They flipped
they
that
took
shit.
it and was like, yo, you a nigga. Like this table.
Exactly.
You're a fucking object.
Period.
Yeah,
That's
essentially
it.
you're all the
Yeah.
same. That's what that shit
You
Yep.
ain't
means.
shit.
We don't care where
Just
you
like-
from, nigga. Like,
Just
Yeah.
like,
that's
just
what
like,
it means.
Just like when you take a cop and they using the term
Yeah.
perp,
Yeah.
because that's what you are. You not Allen no more.
Yeah, nigga,
You a perp.
you an object.
You're a
just like you said.
perpetrator.
Yeah, nigga.
It's like when you niggas in war, you Charlie or whoever the fucking enemy is.
Same
You
shit. Yeah.
You're not Kenny Hood. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, what's been funky though out here?
All right, so since we kind of on topic, I want to ask you guys, what do you consider, and what are the qualities of a non-racist white person? One of the things I wanted to talk about is I don't think it's enough for white people not to be racist. Because I start realizing, because I mean, none of us can be around these situations when it's just white and white people, and I realize I have a lot of friends who won't call another white person out for doing some racist shit. They just won't be racist themselves, and they'll think that's enough. And I don't think it's enough. And that's just one example. I was wondering, do you guys have any friends that you feel are legit non-racist, or what are some of the qualities that they have?
This whole concept of being not racist is impossible if you live in a Western country. It's impossible if you live in the Earth.
It's impossible
Like-
if you went to high school in the United States of America.
No, it don't matter where you
Jane Brown told you that.
live. Yeah, that's true.
If you went to
Yeah.
if you went to high school in America and you
Yeah.
studied social studies and history and you're not racist or prejudiced,
Yeah. They fed you,
You
that
failed.
shit. Yeah, they fed you that
failed.
shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the whole point, right, is that this shit is systemic, right? That means everything you do or touch or
Coming
see
from that.
or hear has this built in.
Well, that
So
that's kind of a thing I got into on the internet the other day with a local producer posting some shit, and I responded that as a black person, you can't be racist. You can be bigot. You can be a super fucking bigot. You niggas could even call me a bigot if they want to. But nigga, I can't be racist. I can't stop no fucking white person from doing what the fuck they want to do in this bitch.
The whole system.
Only thing I can stop a white person from doing is coming through that dirt road on the motherfucking west side of my so-called hood, nigga, which I don't own at the end of the day, which has been proven over the last 4 years with how many people have contacted me about buying a house and buying other houses on my street, and that I'm the only motherfucking neighbor and the longest
But they don't
nigga
understand
living
that
on that street.
When they be like my mans that we know that be on the book, oh, black people can be racist. No, they can't. That's because you know why you so simple-minded like that? Because you haven't went into the definition of what racism really is.
Exactly.
Systematically, black people don't benefit from anything to be racist
Yeah.
and lock other races out of.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Couldn't even do it with hip hop.
Nigga, you was
None
just
of that.
about to
You know what I'm
say,
saying?
yeah.
Do it with
Shit,
our own
you
shit.
know what I'm saying?
Niggas
So
Not
that's,
even
that's
before
what
that
I be
with
saying.
jazz.
That's what I be trying to tell them. Like,
Everything.
if you don't
Rock and roll,
understand that,
everything,
like you have to
dog.
be your level of understanding as an
Everything.
opposite race in
Yeah.
that. You have to be able to understand above and beyond.
The fact
Like,
that
wait a
our
minute.
names ain't our names,
Exactly.
nigga.
Just like
our
you said, it's
names
not
wouldn't
prejudice.
be our names. Alan Charles,
None of that shit.
all that. That wouldn't be my motherfucking name.
course.
500 years ago, nigga.
I do got a boy that he be calling his other people out for being racist. He white, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Crack, you know what I'm saying? Nigga,
Yeah.
that's my dog.
That's
so
what's
he
up.
do that shit, but we in the middle of a discussion right now.
I mean, I got a
It's always
couple.
ongoing.
I got a couple
Yeah,
friends.
he definitely do call people out
I
about
got
that
a
shit. 'cause
couple white friends.
he wasn't raised like that. And he'd be like, man, I don't understand what the fuck be wrong with people.
Yeah.
He was even about to kick it with a girl, and she was on some bullshit like, she's like, you're not racist sometimes? He like, hell no. What the fuck?
Like Cass,
You know,
niggas
Like,
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 nigga, it's
yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
Let's be racist.
Right. That's the type of shit niggas got to deal with, though.
Nigga was like, what?
what?
Oh,
Like-
I can't
like
fuck
niggas-
with you, bitch. You
Bro,
out
like
of there.
niggas done said, like I got niggas who got baby mamas.
Yeah.
I got niggas who done
That
fucked
niggas
out,
keep on-
fucked
and
around
then-
out here, got white baby
I'm trying to
mamas that they
explain-
called them a
yeah.
nigga.
I'm trying to explain to this other girl. She talking about
And still
oh,
fuck
how
around.
black people can be because she got bullied and shit like that in high school by black girls.
That's
and I
just-
said
that's just being
that's
bullied.
because they seen a weak
Shit
person.
they call bullying is
Exactly.
what we used
They
to
seen a
call
weak
roasting.
person and you was their prey. So then, yep.
The
So
shit
then,
y'all call bullying,
she tried-
what we
I'm
call
like, the-
roasting, having
'cause
fun.
I was saying,
nigga, where we from.
I dealt with discrimination you would never even know about before. And she was like, yeah, right, you're from Ann Arbor. This is one of the most diverse cities ever. I said, cuz, do you not know? I was like, I wish you could hear your motherfucking
Oh yeah,
self right now.
we on some shit today.
Yeah,
all of this shit lining up.
wish you could hear yourself
we
right
know it's definitely the most one of the most diverse, but we know if you've been in Ann Arbor, come on.
now.
now.
Four corners.
Your teachers done racist shit to you.
Look
on
at
some
here.
real shit.
Four
Look
corners.
Look at here, nigga. When them niggas wanted to talk about Diversity Week, I'll never forget that stat coming on the motherfucking intercom. We're celebrating Diversity Week. We have 73. Any number, nigga, that's that high in one group, that's not really diverse. That's not diverse anymore. Oh, we got 73 white people. But like we were saying though, like this dude was talking about how he tried to say black people can be racist. Like I said, black people can be bigots. We can be huge fucking bigots. I can say fuck you, cracker. I can say you crackers can't come over
Prejudice and all that.
But that's it. That's all. That is it. Them white boys will come through and take whatever the fuck I said they couldn't take. Period. Period. Like,
Keep it at 1,000.
and the best part about me arguing this shit was the white boy I was arguing with, his rebuttal was he posted of course, Webster's definitions of bigotry and racism.
That they get the right.
And that's what I said. I said, nigga, and y'all created that. That goes to prove my point. Y'all created that. A language I have to use
Like, nigga.
by law.
No,
That's racism, my nigga.
that's not true.
They will denigrify the greatness of the Negro nation, but they will de-whitify the evilness in their history.
They made a law. They made laws that we couldn't read. They made laws that said we couldn't read. Like Chris Rock said, nigga,
That's
you
the
be
fun-
smart as hell, but you gotta hide it. Cause that's the law. Oh shit, it's a stop sign.
I don't want them to know I can read.
But if I stop, then they're gonna know I can read. And
Nigga,
they
that's
can't
the
know I
funniest
can
shit
read.
ever, nigga.
Because if they know I can read, they'll kill me.
Yeah, and one thing to add to Charles's point is one thing that's the greatest white privilege is that they get to restart every generation. Like every generation gets to start their own history. They get to ignore all the shit that happened before them,
Everything.
and then be like, "What? What you mean? Like what?
That was
what?
so
What?"
long ago.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, what? How can you like this is written down,
Like,
nigga? How can you pretend?
Like I had to tell a white boy one time that tried to say that shit that I played ball with, bro. I had to say, okay, you want me to give you this breakdown of privilege? Your granddad gets the job over my fucking granddad. And that's the perfect example of the benefits you get because guess what? Our grandfathers are still alive. And you can't tell me it ain't somebody out here in this world than that got some benefits from their fucking grandparents.
Yeah, I'm sure that's where that grandfather thing comes from.
The whole middle class is built on that.
Get grandfathered in.
That's
I'm
what
sure
I'm
that's where that
saying,
shit
nigga.
comes from.
And
Oh
like
no,
I said-
nigga, you can't have this person right here. He's grandfathered
and like,
in because
and like I said, you talking to a nigga who after his sister had a certain child, nigga, our granddad looked at me and was like, "Yo, I love you, but I don't got nothing for you
Yeah.
financially."
like that, nigga.
Because guess what? Like I say, we keep forgetting time, right?
Yeah.
My granddad is the second youngest of 13 niggas
Mm.
in his own family, right? So tell me, if my granddad was the same age as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all these niggas fighting and dying just to fucking ride on the front of a bus,
Exactly.
just to ride on the front, just to say, hell, yo,
Yeah.
I'm human enough to ride on the front of the bus.
Just to do the basic things. There's no way.
My
There's
nigga.
no way you can accumulate wealth.
My granddad said when his parents died, them niggas was fighting over pennies.
Yeah, nigga, straight up.
Over pennies, nigga.
And
And
was-
you're gonna tell me and you the same now. Because what? Because we in the same classroom? And like I keep trying to tell niggas from around here, all the Ann Arbor schools wasn't even integrated into the fucking 80s. The 80s. All of us was born
Yeah.
in the fucking 80s. My oldest sibling was born in the 70s.
Yep. Shit, me too.
That's what we get into that these niggas don't have to deal with, bro.
Like I said, they get to forget the history. Their parents don't teach them shit because they don't got to.
They
They're
don't
like,
have to.
Yeah. And
Literally.
some of them feel like they it's not a part of their history because that's not
yeah,
how
'cause
they
they're not
are.
taught this shit.
Yeah.
No, some of them, a lot of them feel like that's nature, and that's when I get into the whole fucking. Don't you try and compare this shit
Yeah.
to nature,
Be funny, people
and
like,
then go to
why do
fucking
you always
church.
why do you always want to bring race into it? Because it has to do with every motherfucking thing. If you don't look at the NFL draft,
Like I keep telling niggas, man, look at fucking Haiti. Like I said, nigga, this white boy arguing that shit with me the other day online said, this was his response. Well, what color are most of the underdeveloped nations? And I had to say, nigga, do you realize your people, your ancestors, no more than 200 years, no more than 200 years, no more than 150 fucking years did the Berlin Conference happen?
Yeah.
Where niggas sat down and picked out what fucking part of Africa they get, like niggas was just picking
Like on
dodgeball teams in gym.
like what's that game online where you
Like niggas is picking
Damn,
dodgeball teams
it's a
in
game
gym.
board. It's a board game too.
Nigga, it was like they played chess. They literally have said that these niggas played chess on who get fucking what of Africa, the biggest continent in the fucking world. All right, nigga, we gonna play chess on who get fucking
Risk.
on who
There we
get
go.
on who get the West African kingdom right.
Yeah, they was playing Risk over there.
Because it wasn't countries. For all you motherfuckers out here going, oh, Africa, because y'all forget Africa's a continent
exactly
with many countries. And all them countries wasn't even made until
And
y'all
states,
niggas started
states and cities
cutting
and
it up.
Yeah.
It was just regions of people.
Yeah.
It was
Kingdoms, yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdoms or
Just make these
tribal
state lines and these country lines and
That's what niggas don't get when you tell them that's what your people did.
You literally drew the map.
And no, I'm not blaming you personally. I'm not blaming you, the same person that's in the same age range as me. But you have benefited from that. You're benefiting from that now. And I hate when people get into the whole, well, we're developed, we're this and that. Like I had to tell my man the other day, bitch, scientifically, we're the better person then. If you want to debate, if you want to talk that shit, scientifically and medically, guess who's stronger? Me. Me, I can stand out in the sun longer. I'm literally physically stronger.
Yeah, I did right.
Niggas want to laugh, but that's real shit.
Oh yeah, nigga.
My bones are literally denser than yours, nigga. You wanted to argue that shit, Drode. Have you looked that up yet?
I did. But
And what?
them
Did you
studies
find
got-
anything?
Them studies are. It's
You
like
still
one-offs.
iffy on it,
it's like
right?
one-offs. Yeah.
Oh, that's
We haven't
cool.
done extensive.
Like I say, 70% of NFL is what, nigga? Is what, nigga? Slave niggas.
Of course.
Right.
You already
And
know.
Samoan niggas.
Mandingo.
Right.
Samoan niggas.
The same niggas I told Dro about.
Mandingo.
Right. Cause what? Cause I'll bust your ass, nigga. You take that gun away, you take whatever else away, and we go to this natural shit. I'll bust your ass.
And you get a sunburn.
Period. That's what I mean by scientifically.
Nigga get sick, nigga.
Next topic. What's up with my nigga Chuck though, dog? What's up? What's up on the nutty?
Not a damn thing. Ah,
Funky with you.
I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's go to Al. Al, what's up with you, Al?
Go to Al. As always, when I go to Chuck.
No, because this nigga, you heard. I mean,
On the
Kid-
weather.
Kitty basically took my shit.
Okay, that's
Because
cool.
you see, I had a lot to say.
Yeah,
I had just gotten.
Kenny
I'm
did
telling
bust a
you,
good one.
that was a
today.
fresh argument, bro.
Kenny
at
did
work.
bust a good one.
I was getting attacked by 4 white girls.
And like I said, Chuck, and like I
You held
said,
your own, though. You still
hold
here.
on, and like
They
I
put
said,
you in
he
jail.
works at one of the places where I had to hear my mama say that shit every day, nigga. This place is ridiculous.
It is. I had asked somebody wasn't celebrating.
You got yours. I gotta go get mine.
I got one.
Well, go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
Funky with
it keeps going on this. So
Yeah, that's why
there was an
I'm switch
online
mine now.
debate recently because Jay-Z had that concert, and in the concert he said, "Gentrify your own hood, do like Nipsey did." And so there was an argument, right, about what does that mean, right? And there's people on one side, right, saying that all right, we shouldn't gentrify our own hoods because what that means is we're trying to change everything to be to like a middle class taste, right? And then there's other people saying, no, we should gentrify our own hoods because that essentially means improving the hood, right? So it's a bit of an argument of semantics. But do you think that matters? Do you understand the
Gentrify
point?
that motherfucker. When you
Fuck-
talking
wait,
to
wait,
a-
wait, wait. What the fuck is Jay-Z did for Marcy Projects? I'm for real. Like,
I'ma
nigga,
say
no,
something.
no.
a good question.
What the
I'ma
fuck
say
is he did? Bringing the Nets to Brooklyn is not a fucking good for the
say
black
something.
community.
I'ma say
Yeah, because they
something.
get tax money to
Exactly.
do that.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna say something on that. Right? So when we go into this type of topic, right? For instance, okay, niggas always talk that shit. Oh, you niggas from Ann Arbor, right? Y'all niggas ain't hood. Y'all niggas ain't this, right? So where I live is one of the few places where you can get some Section 8 housing in Ann Arbor, right? Section 8 is controlled by who? The government, right? You can't buy the government out of their property, right? Marcy Projects is owned by who? The government.
Actually,
The government.
you can't buy them out, but you can use
Can't
eminent
buy them out.
domain, which is how they got the Barclays built, right? You have to argue that this is a
And don't
urban
Jay have a
improvement,
part? And don't Jay have a part in the Barclays?
right? But that's
right.
that's the argument, right? Is that a good thing that they
Yes.
did that, or
Yes.
did it displace all the people
But
who
that's-
was
but-
there who now can't be there,
but that's-
and they didn't get nothing better? You
but
get what I'm
that's
saying?
where-
Like,
Bringing a professional team to your city is never a great thing for
But
the
that-
hood.
it's been proven to be.
yeah, it's been proven.
But that's where I'm going. Though, because Jay-Z told niggas a long time ago, nigga, I wanted to rhyme like common sense.
Jay-Z was telling niggas to
He
sell
did.
dope. It's
So,
his.
yeah,
He's
so
half
ain't
the
nobody
reason
fuck
why
with it, though, what
niggas
he
is
did.
locked
No,
up.
Jay-Z literally said that in a rhyme. Like, nigga, I used to rhyme like common sense, nigga, but it wasn't making sense.
Nigga, Reasonable Doubt is his best CD,
This
nigga.
broke shit ain't gonna help us at the end of the day. Yes, I want to kick knowledge. I want to tell you niggas this. But if we're gonna fight this fucking monolith system that we have to go against, we have to get money too. Period. And nigga, you can't own a building that's owned by the government. You can throw as many fundraisers in that bitch. You can throw as many whatever's in that fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, you.
But you don't own it. You ain't never gonna own it. And that's what it is.
I'll challenge
if
that.
you
I'll
black.
say.
Arrowwood used to be Section 8 housing. Now they get co-op.
Yeah,
But-
they call it.
But
They got bought out.
don't no nigga have control. The city got control over
Yeah,
that.
that's the point. You got to have
That's the
political
point.
power
They
to be
can
able to
do
do
that whenever
yeah.
they want to.
Jay-Z got political power.
That's true.
But he has to.
This
But
nigga's a billionaire. I don't
But-
want to hear it. He got all the resources
he,
there is
ha-
to have.
he has power, but at the same time, nigga,
Bro,
you
don't
gotta-
make excuses for him. Now.
I'm
That's
not
what
making
saying.
excuses, but you got to realize how many powers he got working against him, right? that's gonna try and keep that shit into play.
Yeah, because Cube just came out and talked about the deal where they're trying to buy.
Cube been fighting the powers of
ESPN
system,
and shit.
nigga, before we was born.
No, he's talking about the deal right
That's
now.
what
He's trying
I'm
to buy
saying, though.
like all the Fox Sports from
Yeah, he's trying
Disney,
to
Trying to block
and they
him
like
now.
boxing him out. Not just him. He's like partnering with Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
Snoop, like
You don't
bunch of
think they
people.
block regular niggas that's been, like I said, doing this shit since we was damn near born, bro? That's what we keep forgetting with our generation. And that's what I mean going back to when we talk about us being a spoiled generation, not realizing how hard this shit for real is for us.
Yeah.
Because niggas like Ice Cube, you had the NWA movie drop 2 years ago, nigga. Real niggas like us know that story. That was for all these new young motherfuckers who don't know that story. Because what? Just like Luke said, bitch, I beat NWA to that.
Hell yeah.
Just for my own CD to drop. I had to go fight
A Supreme
for
Court
the
case,
First
nigga.
Amendment
Nigga.
to say what I want to say.
Period.
Even though we already know that's okay to say what you want to say. Luke and niggas from Florida had to go do that just to drop an album.
And then it was good for everybody else after that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
When we talk about this kind of shit, we talking about the same powers that be that wouldn't let Dead Prez put a child soldier on their album cover.
Yeah.
A child soldier is real. Dro, you being a for real African, no, that is real.
Oh,
But they banned them from doing that.
Yeah.
But they'll let Trina, they'll let whatever other female artist be on their cover, assed out, titties out. But we won't show you a kid with a gun because that's more realistic in this world. A kid with a fucking gun and a child soldier is more realistic than bitches on fucking a Bentley on a hot day with their titties out. Doing it just cuz.
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of that is just because as a parent, I can say a lot of parents are trying to avoid having hard conversations with their kids, and that's what a lot of this bullshit censorship is about. Is about saying I don't want to have to explain to my kid what this is,
Yeah, so
Right.
how this came to be, and so I don't want anyone to show them this, right? And that's what we're dealing with.
Shit, it's like that one some movie where the girl couldn't. They put like a chip in her, so every time she sees something bad,
You talking
so
about
the
Black
shit-
Mirror?
Yeah, the shit
Yeah.
would go. Shit
Oh,
would go,
Netflix?
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit
the
would
Black
go
Mirror,
blank.
that
Like, I
episode.
gotta
Get into
it would
that
fuck
shit.
her up. So when she got older, either they took it out or somehow it got out. So and
They turned it off.
Yeah,
the mom turned it off.
Yeah.
Seeing all the fucked
Yeah,
up
so
shit,
so
couldn't do
her little male friend was like, "Oh, here, look, start showing the shit on the
Uh-huh.
porn and all type of shit." Man, she was just stuck on that shit forever. Like, but that's a good ass point though.
But that's real.
Yeah,
Cause like I keep telling people, everybody think I'm weird because I was seeing all this crazy shit
Nigga
at
get
a
exposed.
young age. But now that's why I can be like, yo, don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you need to expose your kids to this, but I'm saying you need to be informed enough to talk about it if
Yeah.
they do see it, right?
Yeah, don't purposely go out the way, but if they see it, they just gonna see it. You need to talk about it because they gonna see it eventually. Well,
It's the internet age.
it's like
They can see
people.
everything.
Oh no, I don't smoke. I don't drink. Then when they get out of high school, they be turned up, be burnt out.
fucked up.
Fuck school, fuck
Wow.
everything. Like, damn, you just gave up life because you
Why?
hit the
Had
joint
2
once.
drinks and got
like,
look.
damn.
Right. 2 drinks and then got.
Then got pregnant,
Wow, nigga.
caught all type of STDs, let niggas hit raw, like all type of shit. Like, wow.
It's fucked up, nigga. The other day I'm at work and some girl was talking about how she threw up, but the nigga she was around
What's hitting?
still wanted to hit.
Whack
And
ass.
that's what I said, nigga.
Whack ass
That's
nigga.
what I
dog.
said, nigga. I said, nigga, I don't even like to look at myself after I throw up. Let
Whack
alone try and
nigga.
fuck with somebody else after they threw up.
Whack ass nigga. Dog.
And I'll give you a real story, nigga. Because this nigga, AK, was with me, nigga, when we was leaving the fucking bar, and a bitch was on my head so
Oh, yeah,
hard,
hell
she
yeah.
hopped in the car. I'm trying to tell AK drunk ass, nigga, come on.
He really
he
was,
wasn't paying
dog.
attention, nigga. He was too fucked up. I'm like, nigga, come on, hop in the car. Lock the door. Lock the door.
I'm like,
Before-
nigga, what you talking about,
Before
nigga?
he
What?
locked the door, nigga, Kloop, this bitch that hopped in the back seat. I'm like, God damn it. I'm going home with you,
'Cause then you
Frank.
gotta like, how you explain pulling a bitch out of the car? You going to jail
For
either
real.
way. Either way, it looks
Fuck
bad.
that, nigga. I'm at my crib and I can't sleep in my own bed because your ass fucked up. And I don't want to be a nigga in Michigan fucking prison talking about how, oh, nigga, I didn't do it. You feel me?
And they'd be like, a lot of people in here
Not
say
only
they
that,
ain't
but
do
I
it.
got sisters, like I keep explaining, nigga, and like I like my bitches to be functional anyway.
Period.
Fucking
Period.
bitch.
Gotta see what you
we,
working
we
with.
about
yeah.
to work out.
Bitch, you a little. If you
We're
look-
gonna
yeah.
work out, especially if it's your first tryout.
Bitch, don't just
Oh,
lay
we
there.
about to see what you can do. You got to be a multi-purpose athlete fucking with me, okay? So, bitch, you too drunk to do anything. Okay, well, fine. You can sleep in my bed. I'm about to watch Netflix or play this game until I can't no more. So, and
All right.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like,
So final verdict: should we or should we not gentrify our own hoods?
we got to. You got to. Literally. I grew
I mean,
up.
to an extent. I
Look,
would say,
I
yeah.
moved to the west side of Ann Arbor in '96. That house that I live in, we built our house thanks to Habitat
Yeah.
for Humanity. Shouts out Jimmy Carter. The only thing that has not changed in that neighborhood is some of the Section 8 in South Maple and Pine Lake.
They getting rid of all that shit in
And
there
the
too.
Kroger's, my nigga, and the
Unfortunately.
library. Other than that, even Buster's Market has changed. Most of that plaza has changed.
Yeah, R.I.P.
man.
Buster.
Like I said, I'm the oldest neighbor on that street. You feel me? Like I said, it fucked me up one day when I was walking in just a white dude jogging, nigga. Jogging through South Maple. And I'm not fucking out here trying to be a hard nigga. Exactly. He know.
No,
I'm
nigga,
not trying
no.
to be a hard nigga and act like Ann Arbor hard and all this shit.
Niggas don't jog through
White
South Maple,
people went jogging through our neighborhood
man. For no
through
reason.
20 years
Nigga, for no reason.
for no reason.
Nigga just got popped out there a couple years ago, nigga. Right there in the
Killed.
little path.
Multiple people
Young
have been
boy.
killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this nigga was just jogging, and there was another motherfucker like, "Yo, what do you think of the neighborhood?" I'm like, "Oh shit, oh nah, man, it's bad. I'm thinking about moving." You feel me? Like I said, bro. Before we put my mama in the ground, and we want one of them families that bullshitted with putting my mama in her service.
Yeah.
We did my mama's service within a week of her
Yeah, it wasn't.
passing.
yeah.
I had 3 people contact me
Yeah.
about buying the house.
Yeah.
That shit will fuck you up as a human. That's why.
It
That's
show
one
you
of
what
them
show you.
reasons- That's one of the reasons I come off as cold.
It show you.
Yeah, nobody give a fuck about them dollars.
Yeah,
Nobody give a fuck, dog.
Huh?
About
That crib
their
open?
own shit.
Oh yeah, nigga.
Period. Oh my God, this house is in Ann Arbor and it's got Kroger's in it.
What you doing?
University, and I don't even care that this man's going through some shit.
This is the perfect time to ask him.
Yeah, because
We know you need that
rid
funeral
of it.
money. That's exactly
He
what they
just
was
might
calling.
get rid of it,
You already know.
and he might be in a situation he needs to get rid of it.
Nigga, yeah.
Because that's 2 out of the 3 letters said that. I got cash.
Right now, nigga.
I got cash.
I'll
I got
bring it.
100,000.
Nigga, I'll bring it to you
Right
right,
now.
nigga.
What's up?
Stacks for you, nigga. Want
And
it?
that's how black people get out of giving our shit up.
Isn't that what Master P said to his
Yeah.
brother? He's like, if that white man gonna give me 1, how much you think I'm worth?
Exactly.
Exactly, dog. If these white niggas gonna give me 100 right now, right? Guess how much my shit worth right now on Zillow?
That's what Barry Gordy did too.
Guess
by the
how
way.
much my shit right now on Zillow?
Half a ticket.
Like, nigga.
I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna give y'all the business, but the niggas that know Frank and know his mama Mo and where we stay at, nigga, can go look it up. More than what the white people was trying to throw at me right now.
Nigga, of course.
And I'm gonna
nigga.
keep letting white people throw at me, and I'm gonna keep being a unicorn, nigga. No kids over here. Good credit.
Need to refinance. Do some upgrade.
I don't got hey, nigga, fuck that. I don't want no loans right now.
That's a good point.
I don't want no loans right now. Get my credit up. I don't want no loans right now. I've been through that. I'm trying to be power right now. I've learned that as a pawn, I'm like 2 spaces away from becoming whatever piece I want to on this chessboard. So, shouts out to Big AK for teaching me the game.
All right, my Funky Five. It's kind of a goofy one. So
That's what's up.
there's 2 actors that always get roles, and they can't act for nothing. They always get major roles. I want y'all 2 to try to guess them 2 white actors that always get major roles. Huh?
Nah.
Yep, bam, that's
Nigga
one.
can't act.
You got one.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna hate
You
on
got
me.
one.
He did
Y'all
the
not
same
gonna hate on
role.
my nigga.
Come on, man.
He did 2 roles.
Come
Time
on.
out,
Come
though.
on, man.
Was he
Time
Bill?
out.
in Bill and Ted.
All right, hold
and
on.
then he was
Hold on, stop it. Keep going.
from The
Who
Matrix.
other nigga?
That-
'Cause
that's
we
Guess,
gonna go
guess.
in.
All right, guess
Go
the
into
other
my other
one.
nigga, 'cause we gonna go in.
Guess the other
My
one.
nigga Keanu, you ain't gonna hate on my nigga Keanu like that. His name Keanu.
acting involves emotion, my
And he
nigga.
like
He
half
does.
Hawaiian. He don't be trying to act.
All right, so why we arguing?
He don't be in movies where that's necessary.
I am an FBI agent.
I'm going with that nigga. I'm going with that nigga.
All right, you talking about his baby daddy. Keep moving.
of
What's
another
the
one.
next
Think
one?
of another
God,
one.
what's his motherfucking name? I don't like his ass. Fucking old short ass crazy Scientology nigga.
No.
Tom
not
Cruise?
him, nah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, old non-acting ass. He can't act. He sucks. He sucks.
He was straight in Jerry Maguire.
No, that's it. That's it. The only reason you like him in that is because he had to bend over for a nigga. That is it. That's the only reason he good in that.
What?
Fucking Cuba
No.
Gooding Jr. made him say, "Show me the money, nigga."
That's a
Period.
good point.
And he was
Period.
just.
Other than that, all his movies is nigga.
Well,
That
the
wasn't-
one with
fuck
Jamie
outta here.
Foxx
All right.
too, though. But
That
anyway,
was that was.
But, all right.
Who's your second? Who's your
He
second?
was whacking that.
yeah.
He was
Think.
crazy.
Guess another one. Older person. It's obvious, dog. It really is. Just like how you guess Keanu.
I'm mad y'all niggas said Keanu.
Steven
Fuck
Seagal.
Oh,
y'all.
Nah, not him.
Is this
That's
somebody?
what I'm saying though. Keanu is Steven Seagal. That's why I
Oh,
can't
come
even
on, man.
think.
That nigga definitely cannot.
I mean, he can't act,
But I'm saying
but
though,
that
Keanu
not.
ain't trying to give y'all
But he
nothing.
be getting
wasn't.
getting major
Alright,
roles though.
you got
Keanu
it.
be
You
getting
got
major
it.
roles.
He don't give y'all nothing he wasn't, nigga.
Ben Affleck.
No.
Yeah, he can't.
One,
act.
one more guess.
There's too many white people.
Man, come on, give us a hint.
Don't
Older
say
dude.
Leo.
What's the first name start
If
with?
you say Leo, I'll slap you, nigga.
He played in Con Air.
Oh, my nigga Nicolas Cage? Yeah, he can't
Oh,
act
he
for
definitely
shit.
can't act. Yeah, that was the next thing I was gonna say.
Them two, dog.
Yeah.
He,
Always get these fucking roles. How?
Excuse me, I have to use the little boy's wee-wee room.
Hey, John Wick out cold.
thank you.
That ain't got no acting, nigga.
Yes, it
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
Supposed to.
It ain't supposed to.
It's
All right, but
killing.
that's not the
It's
conversation.
all about killing,
It's
nigga.
just like he'll
And
fucking
I'm
come
going
here
to
and
see
kill you
John
just for
Wick
saying
3.
that.
Is it motorcycles? Is that what that shit is?
Nigga,
No, nigga, it's all the assassins coming at him because he did something. He broke the law in the second one. You can't kill
Oh,
nobody
yeah,
at
the
that hotel.
sanctum,
So it's
yeah.
still that big ass bounty on his head.
Yeah, he
nigga.
did that without acting great. That was
Nigga,
amazing.
yeah.
There is no need. That's what I mean. There ain't no need for acting.
So okay, so
Bill
they
and Ted Adventures, ain't no need for acting.
just get roles of where there ain't no true
I
acting.
never
Then
watched
that's
The
what you're
Matrix.
saying.
Confession. I've never watched any Matrix
Nigga, how?
all the way through because it was so whack.
Nigga,
And because that was some shit my OGs used to tell me about. So then to see it in a movie form,
all these
Made me
action
pissed
movies you
off.
watch, nigga, bullshit action movies you watch, and you ain't
that
watched
was one
that.
of the
nigga.
most bullshit ones.
I
It fucks up
agree.
Reality.
I agree.
Because it's a reality movie. So like,
And
I
the
hate-
black chick, she got some shit on her on the internet on YouTube where she was talking about how
Well,
she was the one that did it. You know.
And then when I found out Will Smith was supposed to be in it,
yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
you know what I'm saying? Like it turned me off.
Yeah, I
to it.
feel you. He was like, I don't even
And
want to
then,
get
like
him,
I
show
said,
them no
my
love.
OGs was telling me, like, nigga, this is supposed to be a parallel to,
Some real shit, nigga.
yeah. So it was like, oh yeah, nigga. Well, I'm already on real shit.
Yeah.
So fuck this.
They tried to
long-ass-
just put her, let's put the Oracle in here and have it like, nah.
Exactly. Like,
But yeah, but them two, dog, I don't know how they get these roles, though. I was crying off of that the other
Okay.
day. I'm like, hold on. Nicolas Cage in another movie? Keanu, another fucking.
I mean,
how?
at this point, they got to be producing, right? They got to be putting money.
I mean,
up.
you're probably right about that. Yeah,
Well,
they probably.
I'll
I'll
tell
they
you.
got enough money.
They
They probably
get-
put
look,
money
look,
up and making.
But this is why I fuck with Keanu, right? Keanu is always given to charities, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Keanu rides public transportation.
Oh, wow. We stay in New York or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he rides on the sub, like
All that
he,
shit.
like that John Wick shit. I fuck with that hard because that's all him.
Mm.
Like there's video of him doing that kind of training and shooting.
Yeah, okay.
So I fuck with him.
Yeah.
And that he's turned down a lot of movies in his lifetime because
He
Yeah.
don't
made
really
way too
care
much
for
money on the
that.
Matrix, dog.
so
Yeah, he fiending off them.
yeah, he
I
got
mean,
money.
cleaning
He got-
up
I mean,
off-
he got money.
He
Like,
cleaning
I
up
mean,
off them residuals, nigga.
right.
Shit. He did a couple movies that did
They did
decent.
a damn
though. Like,
game out of that shit.
But so when we get to Nicolas Cage, right?
yeah.
That's not his real name.
Oh yeah, you know.
None of
they
these
do-
Hollywood niggas.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Whoopi Goldberg, that ain't her real name either.
Hold on, though. Nicolas Cage is the famous relative of a famous director of Hollywood. He
Mm.
changed his. Yeah, thank you, nigga. Check it. Y'all niggas think Frank be just talking shit. So he's the nephew of Frank. So he's the nephew. Of,
Nicholas Coppola.
Exactly. He's the nephew of Frank Coppola, and he was just put on.
Nico
So he changed his name
To make it seem.
so
Yeah.
people would, be like,
Think-
oh, nigga, you just
Yeah,
what's your name,
and we gonna
nephew.
give you roles and shit. 'cause-
Period.
Nigga, yeah, wow.
So he's always been able to
That explains it.
be on.
That explains a lot.
Period.
That explains it all.
Exactly.
That explains it
And
all.
that's why I
nigga.
fuck with Keanu. And I don't fuck with
That explains it all,
Exactly.
nigga.
that.
That nigga some of the worst
Yeah,
shit ever,
bro.
dog. That shit would have you in tears looking like,
Frank
dog, is this
Facts.
nigga for real trying to
Frank
be serious?
Facts. Niggas think Frank Facts is just some shit I pull up my ass. No, nigga. No, however you say the name, nigga, you know. how- hey, nigga, LaDainian Thompson.
LaDain. Nigga, I'll be too through when you be
That nigga Flynn Sistrunk said LaDain Thompson. I said, oh my God.
Hey. LaDain.
But once again, white privilege.
Yeah, because that
Let
nigga
me
be-
connect that to
Of course.
white privilege.
Of course, man. Got plugs, you can do anything, nigga. When
Got
you
plugs.
when you
Oh,
somebody
you
you know,
niggers can't be in movies, but we'll give you a Grammy, but you can't come to the award show.
yeah, we own the studio.
White privilege.
So we can put anybody who
Racism.
What?
Legit racism. Nigga.
The rent's going up
Oh,
$2,000 a
fuck-
month.
Oh, fuck you, crackers. Even though crackers still gave you power because you had the ability to crack a whip. That's where that name comes from.
Of course.
Even our fucking derogatory name for you comes from you having power.
Exactly.
And the honkies, doesn't it come from the honking horns at hoes?
I've never heard that.
That's what what's the name said.
Civil
The nigga we went to see, old head that died.
Dick Gregory.
Yeah, that's what he said. That shit came from.
I didn't know that's what that came from.
Yeah.
I know redneck come from them niggas being out in the sun with us,
Yeah.
from being the overseer, aka manager at work, manager at work, manager at work, at all these everyday jobs, manager at work,
Well, then I'm trying to be a redneck, nigga. I'm trying to get that
nigga who ain't rich but feel like he got power. You out there in the sun with us. Scientifically, you can't be out there like that.
Get burnt up and
Got
nothing.
burnt up, got your red neck.
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. So, yeah, that's why that is, though. I fuck with Keanu, though.
No, and Nicolas Cage be looking coked up in every movie.
I'm telling you, like, he be zoned out, like, dog, what?
Coked up.
Yes.
Hold up. And
I feel for you.
and my nigga
Like,
Keanu,
nigga, what? Are you
And-
crying? Are you?
and my nigga Keanu be producing his shit, too, though. So that's why I fuck with him, though.
And
That's
he's
his
shorter
shit.
than he looked, too, on the record, just for the
Keanu
record.
is?
Yes, he's shorter
Oh,
than he
sure.
looks. You know how they be
He's
doing
still
that.
like 6 foot, though.
What?
That
No,
nigga
he's,
Tom Cruise like 5'5" for real.
no, he like 5. He probably maybe your height, maybe shorter. Who,
That's what I'm
Keanu?
saying. Keanu
No,
like
he.
him
So that means he's like a 5'10", 5'9",
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Because when he had that movie with
That nigga
Terry
Tom
Crews,
Cruise is like 5'5".
Oh, yeah,
At
nigga.
the highest.
they put that nigga up on shit. If you ever pay attention, you know,
Yeah.
I watch editing and shit. I be
Yeah.
paying attention. He'll be standing
Yeah.
on
'Cause he
something
ain't
so he can
taller
be
than-
eye to eye with another
Because he
human.
ain't
nigga.
taller than Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx ain't tall.
Exactly, nigga. Or like so he could be looking down at a female. They'll put him up on the top of a ledge. And
White
she'll be down 3 steps,
privilege.
like nigga,
White privilege. You can be 5'5" and still be an action star.
and still be like you a beast.
And still be an action star.
Oh, a big superhero ass motherfucker. What?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
a
Hold
rap
on.
star?
White privilege. Mark Wahlberg.
Exactly, that nigga.
White privilege. Mark Wahlberg.
The
He's
Rock,
a rap
nigga.
star.
The Rock.
I don't know. The Rock's getting into his black bag
The
recently.
Rock is just buff.
pissing
nigga.
on
Time
his
out.
hands.
Time out.
He ain't.
Time out, Dro.
Right.
Because I read The Rock's biography back in 5th grade. I love The Rock. The Rock is getting in his Samoan bag.
Yeah.
In that movie, Sean Hobbs, what is he showcasing?
Yeah, that's Samoan shit.
He's showcasing Samoan culture, throwing spears,
Yeah.
the whole.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about he's
No.
producing some
No.
new
We
His
not
series.
getting
dad
on
was
that.
a nigga.
Yeah.
He's a Canadian nigga.
His dad was a nigga. Google his daddy.
He was
Google
Canadian.
my daddy.
Nigga, the
Y'all
slave
wanna
trade.
Google
The slave
Frank
trade
and
went through
Frank back?
Canada too. What are you
No,
talking about?
I'm not
Exactly.
saying it did.
Damn.
Google-
actually, there
Google
wasn't-
the
Stop
Rock daddy.
de-niggifying the situation.
There was
Damn.
there was no.
His dad is Canadian. That nigga, he's black.
That nigga
What are you
black.
talking about?
Black as hell.
Don't do
There's
that.
a lot of black Canadians too, though.
No, he black though. Look how buff that nigga is.
a lot of Africans
Nigga
in
look
Canada.
like That
look
nigga
like Neil
look like a
deGrasse for
nigga.
damn sure.
Stop playing. He look like he worked for Frank.
Definitely look like Neil
He
deGrasse.
looked like he worked for Frank Lucas.
Down there in Liberty City. Down there
That
in
nigga
Miami.
look like
the
that
widow's
nigga look
peak,
like
yeah,
he
the
told
widow's
The
peak
Rock,
hard.
"Your life is gonna be hard, and I'm leaving y'all right now."
But why we got
When
The
the nigga
Rock
got
up?
the gold on the chest hair,
AK
you know he
face.
leaving.
The Rock was when he was playing football.
Hold on,
He was a backup
bum.
backup
Warren Sapp.
bum. Warren Sapp came in as a freshman and was like, nigga, ran this nigga spot, nigga. Like he was the backup nigga. Like he wasn't. Like if you ever
But
see
once
Warren
again-
Sapp talking about The Rock, nigga, he was like, oh, nigga, he ain't shit. He ain't nigga.
But what's that go into though, right? The Rock was what though over Warren Sapp. Even though The Rock was of color, he had more class.
Yeah, exactly.
Than what Warren Sapp was coming from.
Exactly.
Because your dad
Is
is on TV
yeah,
and is doing something
and exposed.
while you're just Warren Sapp.
Just a nigga. Yeah.
I don't even know your dad.
exactly, nigga.
You're just your mom and
Yeah,
you're from fucking whatever
exactly.
hood in Miami.
And just you and your brothers, and you just guys are just.
That's it.
You're just a country nigga that can just play hard as fuck. Like,
you can be the punter. You can be whatever I need you to be.
like nigga.
Because Warren Sapp punted.
Yeah,
Did
he did all that shit. Tight end, all that. That's what he wanted to be, a tight end.
All that.
And the coach was like, nigga, you gonna be our three technique at Miami. He like, what? Nigga, I'll put my hand on the ground. He's like, I don't know how to do that shit.
Like niggas
He's like,
say,
look, just
you
trust
gotta,
me, dog.
you gotta be able to rap, study, sing, act, do everything.
You got to be able to keep your mouth closed,
Everything.
like a good little,
Exactly.
good
and
little,
be able to keep
like
your
a
mouth
good little
closed.
boy there.
Because if you don't, you ain't shit.
Yeah. And that hit he had still might be one of the best hits I ever seen live on the NFL game. That
Yeah.
crackback block. Oh my
Yeah.
God, nigga,
'Cause that's what I did.
destroyed it, nigga.
That's how I broke a nigga leg when I played football, fucking with your ass. playing quarterback.
Ooh wee. Yeah, I feel bad too. Up,
Who?
like
What?
set the nigga up. Like, oh yeah, there you go.
John Henry?
The Rock's playing John Henry.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah.
Pass,
Which is an old Negro legend. He gets to play.
pass on that one.
A nigga that beat a railroad. Hold on. Let's get into the story of John Henry. John Henry is a nigga who built a railroad.
I thought you said beat, nigga. I was about to walk out this bitch,
You
nigga.
thought I said beat?
Yeah, like he beat
No.
the like nigga.
Okay. So now Alan is gonna run because Alan obviously doesn't know the story of John Henry. John Henry, what?
I know the song.
So y'all niggas, okay? So you should know the story if you know the song. John Henry was such a big slave nigga that he was fast enough and strong enough that he built a railroad beating a
himself, yeah.
train. Beating a train.
Why it was coming? Yeah.
While was coming,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, no,
Nigga,
yeah, I did, yeah.
He was
Nah. I
hammering,
definitely heard that, but I'm
putting
talking about.
pieces down.
Cause you talking about
Nigga,
running
while the
though,
train
nigga. That's
is
what I'm
fucking
talking
coming.
about.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard that,
Yes.
nigga.
That is the definition of Negro life, though.
They need to
right?
have Wesley Snipes play.
That
him.
is the definition of
Wesley
nigga
Snipes
life.
nigga having them ad libs.
That is the definition
is-
of nigga life.
That is a
right
good
there.
analogy for it though.
Nigga, you gotta fucking beat
You
a
gotta build-
railroad train while it's coming. That's black life.
Oh, nigga, are you through when that bitch hit
Yeah,
you?
what did
nigga?
Paul Bunyan do? Chop down a tree and he got clapped?
Paul Bunyan wasn't known for just being a big ass nigga with
That's
a
what I'm
big
saying.
ass
Yeah,
bike
he didn't do shit.
and fucking helping out shit when needed to be helped out.
Eating bark and shit? It's like no.
While John Henry literally said, "Nigga, I will beat that train." Nigga, what's up? Nigga, I'm John Henry.
Test me, nigga. I'll
And
build
the
it.
closest thing niggas could get to John Henry was Michael Clark Duncan in the Green Mile.
R.I.P.
You feel me?
Omarosa scandalous ass.
That's the shit we out here. That's the shit we dealing with out here, though. That's the shit we dealing with out here, though. That's the shit we dealing with out here, though. So my funky shit is.
You got yours up? You funky?
Still gotta come back to Chuck. My funky, my funky is. I guess what chill Sunday, man.
That niggas
Somebody-
go-
These rappers never be
That
showing
niggas
up.
better start writing that shit down, nigga.
My
Yeah,
funky-
Frank.
my-
Explain.
My funky
Nigga.
is my funky is my funky is what is respect these days? Like I've been like I say, man, respect is different these days, and I'm starting to see this whole generation indifference thing. Like I have a couple of siblings who are 8 years older, 10 years older,
Yeah, me too.
and I didn't understand the
Nigga,
difference.
17 for me.
Exactly. I didn't understand the difference really until I started to get older.
Yeah.
And now I'm a manager at my job, and I'm seeing this difference between people who are 10 years younger than me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I can't do all of this. Oh, my God, this is ridiculous. And I'm like, nigga, you got text messaging. You could have texted me and told me you're not coming into work. I couldn't even do that at your age.
Nigga.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, so that's my funky five. Is like, where are we going? Like, where are we going? Is my funky five. Where are we going? Because I know we going home, but like my funky five is literally you can't say anything without people getting super sensitive, super emotional, and where are we going? We just had somebody shoot up a synagogue yesterday. 19-year-old white boy, 19 years old. It's 2019. That means that white boy was born in the year 2000.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
I remember the year 2000, nigga.
Nigga,
I
that
was
was-
in motherfucking
nigga, that was-
middle school.
Nigga, 9th grade year, nigga. I'll never
Feel me?
forget
I
that
was in
shit.
middle school in 2000.
Never forget it.
I got this white boy shooting up a synagogue. Thank God the gun malfunctioned, so he didn't hurt and injure as many people as he wanted to.
Yeah.
Supposedly he was trying to do the live stream shit like my man did a couple months ago. And that's my thing. Where are we going? Where are we going? You're 19 years old, man. When I was 19 years old, I just
What color was it?
you already know what color he was.
Said it like
He
4
was
times.
white.
So ain't no we in that. We don't know how they think. We got that much hate in our hearts.
Spit your knowledge, Chuck.
Shit. So when we say where are we going? Ain't know where we going. We know where we trying to get, but where they don't want us to go is where we trying to get. So they going in a whole nother direction because.
And that's why they're doing this shit, right? Because they think they're going down. So now they acting out.
Now they acting out, or they been acting out.
They been acting
and
out.
They just continuing to act out.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. No, they were shooting shit up for a long time.
I was just about to say, nigga.
They
Look
shot
at
up the
you,
whole
kid.
country.
But
nigga.
it was
That's how they got
pocket-
this
Been
bitch.
shooting up.
It was
shit.
it was
Shot up
pockets
all
though.
people here.
It was pockets. Now it's just rampant, and it's because it's the exposure of social media, obviously, which is some shit that I wish the government would ban, and then that shit have changed a lot of shit, nigga. Ban that ban all that social media shit, nigga.
Twitter, all that
Nigga,
bullshit.
and then you gotta remember niggas' numbers
Now you gotta communicate.
for real,
Like
nigga.
that meme I posted the other day. Social media made it cool for motherfuckers to disrespect people and not
Ooh,
with
not
punch
get
in
a
the
right
mouth.
hand slap.
You see who commented. Why are you commenting, bro?
Sissy.
Whoever it was a sissy. So we rolling with that. Perfect response.
Yeah.
Sissy.
Sissy.
But for real though, like
Sissy
And
this
just so y'all know, I'm not saying certain people are sissy, because I know a lot of gay people that ain't sissies.
exactly.
I know gay
And
people
that's
that
why I
can
don't
fight.
like the
nigga.
person who commented on what I said about that church. Said what he said. So that person who said what he said about what I said about the church, it's a couple of y'all. Say that shit on my timeline. It's a reason y'all inbox me. It's a reason y'all inbox me.
Gotta be prideful with it.
And
nigga.
like I told them niggas, I'm just the voice for a lot of black people I know
Keep that same
that feel the
energy.
same fucking way about your church. So keep that same energy.
Gotta make that right down the dirt road. If that's what you like to do, huh?
And it's no outlet, nigga. So you got a U-turn, bitch.
Nigga, for
Know
real.
that. You got a U-turn, bitch.
Ain't no letting loose in that motherfucker.
Like I said, nigga, all this so-called gangster shit, Nigga, this the same shit that was taught to me, but it was taught to me as a man shit. You gotta be a man first off, nigga.
Yeah.
You don't follow nobody, nigga. Niggas wanna call it gangster and pull it under their banner, whatever, nigga. But nah, you don't let nobody play you and punk you and do your people the way they let people do you. Period. Flat out, like some new shit in this era.
But yeah, that shit do fuck with everything that social media and just like you said, where the young people, the younger generation, I really didn't think it was just like you said. I really didn't think it was like that. I never thought I'd be like, oh, them young motherfuckers. I really be on that though. Like, damn, these young motherfuckers be. And everything you say to somebody that's below a certain age, they equate it to social media. So if you say something to them, they would in their head it goes into as, okay, what would somebody say on social media? What would this mean on social media? Yeah.
Like this meme
No, I'm talking real life to you. This has nothing to do with social media, nigga. I'm just talking to you personally about how I feel. This is how I actually feel. There's no subliminal messages behind it because motherfuckers like to do subliminal shit. Like, this is what it is, like, flat out.
And you heard what he just said. And y'all know me. Y'all know that's one thing I say, bro. I'm not meaning nothing extra.
Yeah, what I say is what I said.
Literally, because what he just said.
Yeah.
Niggas literally be looking at me like I'm saying an extra meaning. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, no.
This ain't no social
There's
media
no
shit.
double meaning behind what I literally just told you right now.
Exactly, dog.
Like,
That shit is
it's
worse.
crazy, dog.
That shit is the worst with the younger chicks. Any chick born under, let's see, what can I say?
Born after the 90s.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Born after 92, dog.
Yeah, it's
Born
like,
after
man,
92, dog.
damn, for real? You like, no, I'm on some real shit with you. I ain't on no social media shit, bitch. You in my crib, we chilling. This ain't social media. This is real life. I can touch you, bitch. I'm massaging you right now. Like, what you talking about?
Like I said, the person who got mad at me tried to be on some shit like, oh, have a flamboyant gay person on your podcast and see how your ratings go down. I said, nigga, have you
anything,
not
that'd
watched
go up.
Love and Hip Hop?
Right?
That's the whole point.
Have you not watched Love and Hip Hop?
He can come on here too if he want to. Niggas
Or
gonna keep
Empire.
I told him that.
How niggas wanna-
I told him that.
Yeah, how niggas want to
But
stroke
he
your
got
sister.
scared.
Pushing that
He
shit
got
to
nervous,
a T
man.
on
Yeah.
fucking
He
Empire.
got nervous.
Because he
That's
know.
why I
That
stopped
nigga
watching
I
is
that.
said,
trash.
I brought up Empire. I brought up all that shit, nigga. Nigga, gay black males
Empire knew
run
how to-
hip-hop and all of this
I said
shit.
Empire knew how to get me to boycott it.
You
Bitch, you
ain't
won't
lying.
never let me get me to watch another motherfucking episode.
Shit, I never, nigga. Once I even heard it had a hint of some sissiness in there. Nope. Me and my mom was, I'm supporting this black. Fuck that.
The only
no
shit,
sissiness in my
the
career.
only shit of Empire I done supported was when my nigga Prime Rhyme Boss was on there, nigga, and like he was like, yo, nigga, it was like the first season, nigga, and he had like a little guest appearance, and literally that nigga shit was so quick, I had to call him and be like, yo. I felt bad. I felt bad because I kept watching it, and I'm like, nigga, I don't see this nigga. And I was like, yo, nigga, where you at? And he was like, don't feel bad. My family said the same thing, nigga. I'm at this part right here. It's literally like 2 seconds, nigga, where you gotta zoom in and see my nigga. You feel me?
Caught a shoelace. What's even the point? Caught that nigga. Oh, you see my shoe right there?
Like, man, I was just
That's my
extra.
black
I wasn't
Nikes.
even on camera.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
just
That's
like,
my black Nike shoelace. You see the tip, the silver tip.
But that's that shit I'm going back into my funky five where niggas don't realize, dog, if you got the chance to tell the story or be the narrator, how impactful that is. Because that
Yeah.
nigga Lee Daniels,
Yeah.
that's what he's doing with Empire and whatever other shit he produces, because he's gay. And I'm not saying like, oh, there's not gay black people. There's gay black people.
Ain't no gay black people.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like black men don't cheat.
But Lee Daniels represents gay black people, and he makes that very well known in everything that he has put his hands on.
Purposely.
Everything he has put his hands on. So, people just got to be very open-minded, open to the culture, and realize, like, this shit out here is, you got to know who you know. Like I say, man, the past month, I've been in some bullshit.
You sound stressed.
I want
Not
to.
even stressed though, dog. It was just making me mad that it's like niggas who ain't in the culture as deep as me trying to tell me what it is. Especially with niggas like y'all who know me, because like I say once again, Niggas get so caught up in social media, they forget who really know them. That nigga Kenny knew my mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Charles knew my mama. AK knew my mama. Chuck know my daddy, nigga. Chuck know my grandma. Chuck know that whole Wickfield Court family of mine. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, so when niggas be out here, oh, Frank hate light-skinned people, but they don't know I got a fucking sister who had a white mama. You sound like a fucking idiot.
And don't remember what we went through back in the day. Like, we was the ones getting roasted. That dark skin shit is some new shit. Yeah,
You feel me?
light skin roasted is new.
You feel me?
That is brand new. Yeah.
You feel me? Niggas been getting called roaches and all kinds of insects since they was in
Oh,
elementary
And
school.
after that
Since they was
Chappelle
in
Darkness
elementary
shit came
school,
out.
yeah.
The only,
Yeah.
the only thing we had, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Nah, fuck that.
Literally.
I was calling niggas 2% milk. I was like, no.
Yeah,
yeah,
fake ass nigga. 1% ass nigga. You
Hilarious.
feel me? That's it. That's it, bro.
That's too funny.
So that's why I say the shit I be saying, like, because y'all niggas don't. Like I said, bro, niggas want to come at me arguing about black toxic male masculinity. When no, nigga, it's just male toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
You're not about to sit here and come to me and say black people are more aggressive with flamboyant gay males than another ethnicity group. Because how many flamboyant Chinese gay males you seen in your life compared to black gay males?
None.
Yeah, they don't let their kids have no.
Huh?
I'm playing that nigga.
I'm just, let's get real. We want to talk
Asian period.
and have discussions.
Asian
How many
period.
Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese,
Nigga.
Korean, flamboyant gay males have you seen in your life? And if you seen them, what kind of scenery was they around?
Exactly.
Probably like
I've seen one.
Nah,
10.
0.
I think it's a thing in America.
maybe
because-
10.
Yeah, it's in America.
Yeah, I think it's just in America because
All this shit is in a super.
I honestly I don't know much about Asian
You get
culture,
killed
but
anywhere
a lot
else
of their
for
like
that
pop videos and shit. That shit look fruitier than our shit. So I'm
But I mean, but you do
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we
yeah,
not
yeah.
when
That's
we
the
say
thing,
that.
like AK
We not
said.
condoning that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
exactly.
hell no.
Like
Yeah.
AK
Exactly.
just said though.
Like
You
that
find
shit,
any of
'cause
that
when you
shit
hear
in
that
another
shit, that shit do make
place,
you feel
they'll
another
kill 'em.
some type of way. Like,
Yeah.
damn, I ain't wishing death on nobody at all.
Hell no.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
I'm not finna judge you just like that other shit.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about right now. We're gonna say that for a big show. We could just talk about that for a straight hour. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
gonna take a long time to get everybody.
But when
points
have you
across.
seen that?
But
you feel me?
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Death should never be the answer to nothing.
Nah. Hell.
Of
Everybody-
nobody's lifestyle,
Nah.
as in a choice.
But I'm
Nah.
saying though, every
Unless
nigga.
they in the streets and they
but I'm
know
saying- but I'm-
the shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying every nigga is sitting here right now knows more than one flamboyant gay nigga that you knew way back in the day.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Such and such over there jump roping with the girls again.
But what if you
Man.
at the club?
Right?
What if you at the club and you dancing with
You
it
know that, bro.
and you get tricked?
Ain't no getting tricked. Ain't gonna get. Hold on. I talked to my nigga.
No,
nigga.
Dave Chappelle said that shit.
But no. No, for real though. For real though. I talked to my nigga Big City the other night, nigga, and we was clowning on a time when we was in live like 5 years ago. We in live, kicking it up in live. He tapped me on the shoulder. He said, "Frank, dog, this nigga just fucked around and grabbed my ass." I said, "Nigga, you playing?" Right,
Nigga.
right though. End of the day, that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. He was sexually assaulted by a gay person. He looked at me and said, "Frank, dog, this nigga just touched my ass." I said, "Nigga, stop playing." He said, "Nah, dog, this nigga just touched my fucking ass." And I looked at the dude, and the gay dude was just smiling. And I looked at the gay dude, and I was like, "Yo, my nigga, you fucking up. Like, go on somewhere."
Yeah, with that shit.
And I pushed him, and I grabbed my nigga, because my nigga was about to beat his ass.
Yeah.
Flat out.
We don't play that.
Flat out. And and that's what I mean by what I'm bringing up, because it's people that'll be like, "Oh, well, he's homophobic." No. If we talking all this equal rights and we talking all this shit we talk about nowadays, just because you gay, nigga, don't mean you can grab another nigga ass, my nigga. Period.
I mean, these young niggas out here firing on hoes for grabbing ass. So you gotta watch your.
Wait a minute, this nigga's firing on hoes for grabbing their ass. Look at here, let me tell all y'all hoes right now, hoes, classy girls, wives, girlfriends, single bitches. You can grab my ass all you want. I will not fire on you. Okay? Even if I got a girl who mad at me, I will not fire at you. I will not fire on you. Listen to me. I will not fire on you.
Yeah, niggas wild, dog.
This is Front Porch Talk 12 a.m. late night special right now. Frank Stacks in the building, making you wet.
This is gonna get cut.
No, it won't. No, it won't. Me and Kenny already was talking about how we about to have a fucking late night hour, nigga. Fuck y'all.
Well, don't whisper in my ear, goddammit.
Save that for the hoe.
Y'all niggas take notes. Y'all niggas take notes.
I got 3 kids, nigga. I don't need no notes.
This nigga Dro is the teacher. That nigga got all the notes.
Y'all niggas take notes.
Chuck, you ready?
But yeah, man. Fuck all that. Fuck racism. Fuck classism. Fuck all that shit. I'm a bro.
Nigga,
I'm a fuck all isms for real though.
Unless
Fuck
it's
that
the
shit.
Indoism.
Unless you a broke motherfucker, fuck all these isms for real, man. This shit is stupid out here, bro. Just know that Jesus was black if it was a Jesus, okay? That's shit I'm not about to argue about. Jesus ain't from Iraq. He was from fucking Africa. Nigga, to tell you in the fucking description. Stop fronting.
All right, my topic today. So I never traveled as a kid, except for maybe with sports, you know what I'm saying, basketball and shit.
Prime
like that.
time.
I didn't travel until I got grown, like, you know, airplanes going to different states. I went to different states we driving through for basketball and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I want to know, did y'all travel a lot as a kid? And if you did, what was the benefits of that?
Open me up to the world, bro.
Yeah.
But what's a lot though? Like every
I
'cause you
traveled
know
a
that
lot. I went on a
every
lot of
summer.
cruises.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
parents took me
like if
around.
you
I-
took family trips,
yeah.
you had family reunions somewhere else in different states.
And I'll say the
and-
biggest benefit is not having to pay that shit as an adult because like because
Real.
it really is a
That's
good
real
feeling.
as fuck.
And I'm kind of like I'm kind of jealous of my coworkers. Like, oh, I'm going here or there, but like at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I can stay my ass at home because I have been those places, and there's no way I could just drop like a G and then just come back home and then be like happy about that shit. Like,
No,
you
like
gotta
what,
do that to live.
what
though.
Kenny
For
is
real,
saying
though.
is for real because like
But-
when I was younger, I
Gotta
went-
do it while you ain't got kids though,
Yeah.
because
But
when you have them, because sometimes shit like I mean now I didn't travel as a kid. I didn't get on the airplane till I was what 22 maybe, nigga, some shit like that. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, me too.
My first spot going was to Vegas for football and shit, just because I wanted to go play. But having the experience now that I'm grown, I appreciate the shit much more because
yeah.
I see a lot of things that I didn't see as a kid, and I could do a lot more that I'm grown.
hey, you got
And
it.
my mind is in a different at a different setting.
state.
Have
You know
a
what I'm saying?
perspective on
Yeah.
what you
So like traveling when I was young, yeah, I went to Atlanta for shit like that, family reunion, but I wasn't old enough to soak
Experience
everything in
it.
or
That's the other
experience.
thing.
it.
I didn't
You
get
know?
to like go to Vegas and shit like that, but
So, my first experience, I felt like that was some real travel shit because we used to go to Ohio, Kentucky, Atlanta, Alabama. We used to do all that shit when I was a kid on some family reunion shit. So the first time when it was like I felt like we traveled because I got on a plane was in 5th grade and we went to go visit my uncle who had moved out to California.
Oh yeah, I mean
And he moved out to Rancho Cucamonga, which was hilarious because it was right before Next Friday came out. So when Next Friday came out, niggas was not trying to hear me on Rancho Cucamonga. And I'm like, yo, nigga, I've been there. I got an uncle. It looked exactly like that. Nigga, you lying. Nigga, you lying. Nigga,
Once you told me twice, I'm like, okay. And this the way he said it, I'm like, yeah, you,
Like, dog.
yeah, you definitely been out there.
So then I showed niggas pictures, and they like, "Oh shit,
why would
that
niggas
looks
just
exactly like your like the court next Friday." I'm like, "I told you." Like, so that was dope for me because it was for one first time on a plane. It was my first trip out of state that wasn't a family reunion or some Ohio Cedar Point shit. And it was dope because it was really like, yo, you just came to the farthest west of the nation that you can go, and you got here in 5 fucking hours on a plane. For real.
Cause you know how niggas do. We drive everywhere, so we
All them trips, all them
13 hours in the
all them
Real.
family reunion trips to the South as a
cook
kid.
all the chicken you want. Bring all the chips and bread and everything. Nigga. We ride, nigga.
bro. All them family reunion trips to the South as a kid, revisiting what my family was from,
Yeah.
was on some old drive and road trip shit. This was the first plane trip, right? Not only that, but nigga, this is California. So we go to Hollywood. I see the Walk of Fame,
Yeah.
the stars. I see the Hollywood sign. I get told when we out walking Spencer, rest in peace, my nigga Spencer, nigga, my golden retriever, nigga, that's my nigga right there. Rest in peace, Spencer. But when we outside walking Spencer and Kobe, make sure y'all get in, soon because the night gonna fall and it's coyotes.
Yeah.
Hold on, nigga, I'm from Michigan. What the fuck you mean? You feel me? It's one of them things, once again, where being from Michigan, we take for granted.
Yeah.
Where I'm out here in California walking the dog and not realizing you can get ate up.
Coyotes is a lot more plentiful out there than they are here, nigga.
Not only that, but my uncle neighbor behind him got a horse. Horse, nigga. We go outside to swim. It's a horse.
He got a horse in the court.
Nigga, in the backyard. He got the fucking stable and all that, bro. Because like I say, it's coyotes. Because when you say it's coyotes, that means I'm looking up the street. It's a fucking mountain
Yeah, hell
with
yeah.
hounds on it where coyotes can come down on.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. Just wait till it get dark. Come
Your
right
dog
about the
ain't
hoods,
about that
nigga.
life. Much as you want to think it is, your dog ain't about that
Hell
life.
nah.
Like,
If I could recommend an adult trip, most people ain't on it, but take a fucking cruise, man, because it's like
Yeah, I'm
all
on
the food that you pay for it in the fee. So you got all the food to be just single bitches. They got the club on there, and you get to go to like 4 or 5 different spots and just check them out for the day. I would highly recommend it. Shout out to Mace Dix for taking me on my first cruise. That shit, yeah, that's where I did most of my vacation and where I got most of my experiences. And it's probably the best bang for your buck because Carnival Cruise Lines they're the cheapest and they're the most fun. Is what most black people take.
but yeah, but like that's what opened me up to the world was my uncle, thankfully moving to California and living in California, and they've been out there since like '98, and I've been out there at least like 3 times. As a family, we went out there to go visit them. Not only that, but one of my closest cousins moved out there like 7 years ago, and I went out there to visit him, and that nigga is a hood nigga. So like, I got like where they film Menace to Society, where you see Kane and Old Dog walking through that hood. I've been there. That's Jordan Down Projects. That's Grape Street niggas and all that shit. Like, I've been there. I've been to a motherfucking crib block party.
Did you crip walk?
No, I didn't. I did not.
You better not.
And we left at a certain time. And we left at a certain point. And we left at a certain point because it was like, yo, nigga, we got to go because it can pop off soon.
Yep.
And there's a picture with me and that cousin standing in front of some gates and shit. And literally, it's me and him standing in front of gates. That's the only people you see in the picture. But outside of that frame is over 50 people, Crip affiliated, doing their thing. And that's the shit out there. That's the shit that I got to learn out there, going out there, being able to go out to Cali and see that kind of shit. Like, that's why that gang shit to me, I be clowning niggas here, man. Like, nigga,
But yeah, it's definitely good to get to expose your kids, cause shit, that's what we started our family unions based on. Like, my grandma, when she died, she wanted to get all the cousins and make sure everybody was together and they knew each other. So we started
know who
that.
your family is.
Yeah, and we was like, people my age and my older siblings, and we was like, well, we need to expose everybody. So we go into a different state every year. We go to St. Louis, like we went to St. Louis, Texas, Ohio, everywhere.
I went to Texas like
Last summer we went
Yeah.
they went to Dallas,
About
then
to
we went to
say.
St. Louis before that. Like, we've been going everywhere. Florida. Florida is the next place we going, you know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to expose the kids so they can see that shit. So when they can be encouraged, like, oh, okay, I'm not scared to move out of the fucking state. Like, it's not a big deal to move out of the city or out of the state. Like, oh, I've been here, so I got a little familiarity with this area. Like, this ain't a foreign country. Because, like, honestly, when I went to fucking Alabama in 6th grade to see my sister graduate. When I got to
felt weird
Alabama,
as hell.
I'm like, nigga, this is like, dog, it's hot as
Right.
fuck out here. Like, I was
That's
about
how I
to
was.
die, nigga. I'm like, dog, what the fuck is
Niggas
this?
out there with pants and long sleeve
Like,
shirts.
nigga,
I'm like,
dog,
y'all niggas
this
crazy.
dog, this is dry heat. I'm like,
Yeah,
dog,
you
it's
start to think black
it's
people get sunburned.
like,
down
nigga,
there.
it's 9 o'clock. Why is it so fucking hot outside? I mean, there's a picture
Texas
we
is
got
like that,
in front of the fucking
Sun
hotel,
be
dog.
beating
I'm,
your ass.
nigga, my face so scrunched up. I look so miserable. Like, man, why the fuck
And nigga,
y'all
I come
here,
from a
man?
family
Like,
of
nigga,
drinkers, so them niggas just drinking, and I'm
Like,
like, what
nigga.
the fuck wrong with y'all?
I'm like, nigga, this shit is not the move. Like,
101.
Like,
plus
nigga,
the humidity.
I don't know nothing about it. Like, nigga, get exposed to all of that. But like you say, get exposed to it young, then you get older, it ain't shit. Like, you know.
Ain't shit. Like I said, last time I was down south family reunion, Atlanta, 2012. There was no other male my age there at that family reunion. But because I have been to the South so much,
Yeah.
been on these family reunions, I felt comfortable enough to guess what? I'm about to go downtown Atlanta on my own.
Exactly, nigga. And go get it in. Like, nigga, what? Fuck it.
I'm up in fucking Magic City, nigga, having a ball.
Well, exactly.
Guess who happened to roll through? Julio Jones, nigga. This
Julio.
right when he signed his rookie contract.
Oh, yeah, okay. Shit slapping.
Slapping. Then the DJ made that announcement. What? What?
Julio Jones.
Then you telling me I'm a nigga who go to Detroit strip clubs. So I'm thinking like, oh shit, Magic City is about to be super expensive. Oh nigga, dances is $10.
What? Nigga?
Back home they 20.
20, nigga.
Bitch, let's go.
Roll them, man. Nigga.
Roll it up.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh nigga, next thing you know the DJ like, oh we got Julio Jones in here. Let's go. Let's go. That means I'm getting dances now just because he in here throwing money.
Exactly.
They
Let's
about to be
go.
going extra hard on that.
Extra hard. Like,
Hell yeah.
but you got to, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's, you know, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't travel till you was grown, Chuck, but that's dope that you travel because you travel more than a lot of niggas I know.
But
shit.
that shit make niggas jealous, though, when we used to be in.
I went places as a kid. I just ain't never fly.
Yeah. No, me
Yeah,
neither.
I
I
went
didn't
to-
know. Me neither.
I
I
went
never.
to
I think-
Canada, all type of shit. You know. what I'm
Yeah, I
saying,
never
up
flew
there.
until I was
that's
22
a black
too.
thing. That's a black thing.
Louisville,
we didn't really-
Kentucky,
Yeah,
Atlanta.
nigga, yeah.
We was driving from here,
Yeah.
Florida, from here,
All
to
that,
New
yeah,
York
hell
City.
yeah, nigga.
From
Yeah, I ain't
here
never.
to
I ain't never been to Fun World though.
We drive.
Fun
nigga.
World.
Yeah.
You don't know about
You
the
don't
Fun
remember
World. You don't know
Bebe's
about
Kids?
Fun World?
He gonna say what the fuck is that?
Fun
Bebe's
World.
Kids. Bebe's Kids,
Fun
nigga.
World.
And niggas
Which
say,
I'm
we
talking
don't die with
which is Disney World, Disneyland. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been nowhere like
Hey,
that.
yo.
No.
and
I ain't
fuck-
never took no damn
Hold on.
kids trip as
And
a
I'm going
kid.
to tell all
No,
y'all
hell
I'm
nah.
gonna tell all y'all niggas.
Ain't
When
none
the
of the
dogs
trips
go out
ever
of
did
town,
a
you go with them, nigga.
and you stay in the hotel room and they go out.
And I'm going to tell y'all niggas, like I said, nigga,
That's
we
real.
flew to Cali because it was Cali. Well,
Yeah.
nobody about to drive 3,000 miles. And my mama even told me that they did that when they was kids. That
Drove.
that my family
Ooh,
drove to
like 2 or
Cali.
3 days.
Dog. Then they got pulled over and everything.
Yeah, nigga, you like in the Oklahoma?
First
Like,
off,
what you doing here?
Exactly. Then she was like, come on now. It was the late 60s, early 70s. So, of course, and she said, nigga, so you got to think, it was the families. She said, nigga, one officer pulled over the whole brigade.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the family.
Yeah.
3 to 4 fucking cars.
Yeah. That's how
One
they do.
officer. Racism in America. Think about that. But like I said, yeah, we drove to Cali because it was like, nigga, we are not about to
Fly. Yeah.
we
nigga.
flew.
Too
We're not
much.
about to drive.
Yeah, nigga.
Fuck out of here. Yeah. And like I said, my uncle was fucking with Borders, and
Nigga shit.
he got hired in there when they first got to popping out here. So yeah, nigga, we own it. Like,
Yeah, but it is dope because you get a different vibe wherever you go, and you start to notice it more when you're an adult.
So weird, dog. Like your
Different
whole
vibes,
energy, like
yeah.
the oxygen changed, like everything
Yeah,
changes.
everything
It's
is
weird as
different,
fuck,
yeah.
dog.
dog,
Like,
bro,
damn,
whenever
dog.
I go out of Michigan, I don't need nothing. I don't need weed. I don't need alcohol,
I feel you.
and that shit fucks me up. And that's what
And
make
you know-
me really think I gotta leave Michigan to be like
And you know what? That's
the
a
best
beautiful
person I
thing.
can be.
That's the beautiful thing about
land. I'm going to the dispensary.
You know, but that's the beautiful thing about being from where we from is that literally I travel a lot for work, and every time I go somewhere, I'll just be like, "Who do I know here?" And then
Are
I
you-
look on the book, and there's somebody there from Ann Arbor.
Yeah, that's
somebody
real.
there.
That is
I
real
know.
as fuck. That is true. Niggas do be everywhere and around
I'm
this
like, I
area.
can go to Cali. I'm good. In the
Shit.
hood.
Shy,
I can go to the-
anywhere in
I can go to
ATL,
Texas
anywhere in
or the
Florida.
South and I'm
Yeah,
good.
hell yeah.
Only thing is East Coast. That's the only
Shit,
place
I'm
where I
a-
really ain't got nobody.
Shit, come holla at me, nigga. I'm
Yeah,
all the way good on the East Coast, nigga. Next door neighbor, nigga. Grew up with.
Boston all the way down.
I got love in Ohio. Shouts out to Warren. Shouts out to all my cousins in Ohio, nigga. Fuck Ohio, but at the same time, shout out all the love I got in Ohio. I don't even hate Ohio. I
Nope.
just hate the niggas because the niggas don't fuck with niggas in Ohio.
Don't like
niggas
Ohio
hate
at all.
Nigga, them hoes be
Fuck
ready
Ohio.
Shouts out to the hoes
in
in
Chicago. But
Y'all
we
come
ain't
over
speak
here.
on this yet. Nigga, hoes be ready in Chicago, nigga. Oh my God, nigga. Ohio State, Cleveland, all that, nigga. Them hoes be ready.
Cincinnati.
We will see you at Cedar Point.
For real.
Cross that line.
And you know what? That's what made me realize that we had some dope shit. When I went to Cali, we went to Disneyland, and it was so fucking whack. Bro.
For real?
Yeah.
Super whack. That shit
Yeah,
whack.
nigga.
Oh, I
I went
thought
to Disneyland. I'm like, nigga, this shit about to be dope.
super whack.
And you realize it's more of like
Just the feel of the area.
feel and- exactly.
Oh, wow.
Disney atmosphere.
Wow.
Cedar Point is 10 times better, bro.
Wow.
And if you've been to Cedar Point, how we been,
Wow.
you will be very disappointed when you go, dog.
No go
I
unless
was
you got
mad as
kids.
hell, bro.
I was so mad.
That shit
You
is
knew
strictly
right
for
away.
kids.
After the first ride, you
Right. After the first ride, you like, nigga,
Some old little,
What?
This some baby carnival shit.
what?
everybody's like, get on Death Mountain. I'm like,
Right.
all right, for sure. Like,
I'm like, nigga,
that
take
shit
me
was
to the
like- That shit
Raptor,
was like the
nigga.
Blue Streak.
Take
for
me
real.
to the Magnum, nigga.
Hilarious,
No,
dog.
the Gemini was better than the best ride. No,
Yeah, literally.
Stop.
Literally, Alan.
I'm not joking.
No, dog, for real, bro. Like this, that shit was
Nigga.
so
Like the
I was
Magnum,
mad, bro.
Magnum was crushing everything. Though.
Yeah, we do have.
Hilarious,
Yeah, Cedar Point is
dog.
on something else. Had
Yeah, I don't
niggas
fuck with
black
none
out
of them rides.
on them rides here.
We
for
had the
real.
best roller coaster rides in the world.
Dragster
Spoiled
talking about
about
200.
that.
You had to go up it like 4 times before you could go over.
Nigga,
the
that
damn-
shit was shut down for like 4 hours before we got on the
You was
motherfucker.
looking like, oh, I see that it didn't make it. I'm
That's-
gonna ride that shit.
Right.
The best low key
Oh,
shit
hey,
about
baby.
Cedar Point, and I'm the same way with like when I got low key good food spots. I don't want niggas to know about the spots, so I get, and that's what's so dope about Cedar Point. They only advertise to this little ass area.
Yup.
You ask anybody up north, what the fuck Cedar
No one
Point?
knows.
You ask somebody from Kentucky, they're like, what the fuck is
My,
Cedar Point?
my chef at work, he from Florida. He was like, dog, I moved
What
up
is that?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I moved up here and I was used to Disney World.
Yeah,
Because I'm from Florida.
Of course, yeah.
He like, so that's like a weekend thing for us.
Yeah.
He like, and everybody talking about Cedar Point. And he was like, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever. It ain't dope. It ain't dope. He was like, and I went and I was like, oh my God. Like, this shit is way doper than everything else.
Crazy ass
'Cause it
rides
ain't no
everywhere.
theme
Yeah. it's just
Other than, nigga, we got the best
Ro-
fucking ride.
stupid roller coasters everywhere.
That's
nigga.
That, yeah. Hopefully the ride work.
Nigga.
Hopefully the ride work. Like,
Nigga, and they got their own EMS, nigga, and they own
Yeah.
own hospital shit, so they don't have to report that shit. So all y'all motherfuckers that say nothing happens in Cedar Point, they don't report it because they don't have to. So you don't know
Bro.
what really happens in Cedar Point.
like
nigga.
Kenny was just
Niggas be losing their life in that bitch. Just
like
so y'all
Kenny
know.
was
nigga.
just saying, bro. That day
be
we,
riding them
the day we
Yeah,
went,
nigga.
when the day we went, the year the Dragster came out.
Yeah.
You know how many times we watched that motherfucker go up and not go over the hoop and
See,
supposed to
uh-uh.
It's
go?
like, yeah, that's part of the ride. That's part of the ride.
No, no, it ain't, nigga. No, it ain't, nigga. Stop lying.
And they
Nigga like, oh, it's part of the ride.
and they keep you in that
No,
bitch.
it's
Like,
not.
we gonna try again.
Try again, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Try again,
Niggas
motherfucker.
like this. Niggas like this. Zoom. Going
Oh,
backwards.
oh, we ain't put enough
At
torque.
100 miles per hour.
Not enough torque on that bitch. Okay. Nigga, yeah. See,
We stood
fuck
in
all
line
that
for
shit.
20 minutes. It kept fucking up. We said, yeah, not today.
No.
Not today.
Nigga, I
Y'all
would not
still
be
got malfunctions. Y'all figure it
That
out.
was me on that
Not
bitch while
today.
it was malfunctioning.
that, nigga.
Let
I
me
ain't-
out.
fucking with none of that shit. See, nigga, I'll fuck around and die up there having a heart attack like
Nigga,
dog.
I swear to
See?
God, nigga, I caught my glasses one time in that bitch, nigga,
Oh.
on the rep, nigga. On that bitch, nigga, my glasses was like, I'm like, oh.
Just holding him like
Caught him
nigga.
on the side of my face, nigga. Until
Just
the ride
hold it,
got
yeah,
over,
like, nigga.
Too much Henny.
Period. Nigga. Every ride after that.
Police coming.
off.
Nigga, that shit crazy. But hold on.
Nigga, my dad rode every ride with a leather hat on, nigga. Shouts out to early 90s.
Nigga, but shout out to Lincoln. Nigga, Lincoln basketball, Lincoln school period for winning that championship.
First state championship in history. Shouts out to Imani Bates. Shouts out to Ypsilanti.
But hold on. Shouts out Trey Davis,
Oh.
nigga. The seniors, nigga. Nigga, who
6 foot center shut down a 6'9" center.
6'10", nigga.
5'10".
5'10", 6'10", nigga, whole foot. Shut him down, but that nigga going to college, going to Wayne State to play football. Shout out to Taj, nigga.
And
He
we
was on the
coached
basketball team. He
He
going,
going to Madonna to play bow.
to play football and basketball. Shout out to them niggas for getting it in, dog. Keep that shit going at Lincoln.
Shout out to everybody out here in the 734 area, Ypsi, Belleville, Ann Arbor. I don't give a fuck. Shouts out to all y'all doing y'all thing. People of color, black, brown. I say black because I love black. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I can be black. I don't care what anybody want to say when they want to get on that political correct shit. I'm black, period, nigga. Front Porch Talk Apparel coming soon. We need a twerk team. So all y'all fine ladies, come hit my inbox, Frank Stacks. Or y'all can hit CB Boys.
Yeah, y'all got it. I ain't even say nothing
for
about
the
shirts.
tryout.
Show the shirts and shit.
You know, we got the shirts out here. We about to have the lingerie. So if y'all want to rock some boy shorts or come rock some other sexy shit, we got y'all. Like I said, that nigga Dro married. Frank Stacks. Or y'all can holler at K Hood the Composer or CB Boys. Holla at us though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got some payroll for y'all if y'all need some pay. Real nigga holiday.